Hello, animal friends. It's Justin. Here to kick your... No, I was playing. Oh yeah, I need to actually open up my thing. The thing that I made with the hiving and the hiving. All right, perfect. So cool that I can take this whole thing and transfer it over to another file and stuff. This makes me happy. Okay. Pardon. Alright, we're gonna pop the chat out right here. Shazam! And we're also going to take a share, copy, and then we'll stick it on to, yeah, sure. Actually, I hate when things freak out on me. Jiminy Christmas. This might be alright, yeah. Okay. There we go. Shazuma, Shazama. Oh, whoops. Say hi to everybody on the Much McCalls on the Watch Me Work. And then we're going to take this. Let's see what happens if I try to post it on Tumblr. Okay. Game devs. Oops. I don't think I've ever said the other one. I did not need to do that. My mouse sticks on me. It's really obnoxious. And we'll put on RPG, oops, RPG Maker. And last hashtag we'll put on is, I don't know, I don't know. Oh yes, Christian. put hashtag kingdom game. Alright. Bam! I did it. Here. Last thing we'll do is I've done Twitter, I guess so. Yeah. Forgetting something though. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I need to actually post this too. Not Kingdom Hearts, but Willy's. Okay, that's an important one. Okay. Hello to the 5 of you watching. Love the fact that you guys are actually here. Oh, the 4 of you watching now. Love the fact you guys are here. So, even if I'm on the background, that's all good. So anyway, what I'm doing right now is I am working out the details in terms of these little buggers right here. So, let's say, for example, if I were to go to the Bronx, no, it's the Queens, sorry. If I go to Queens right now and go for her, I probably wouldn't be able to access this quite yet. Yeah, she needs to be a certain level in order for this to actually activate. So she can run up any of these random places right here. And if not, what is this? Plus 288. End of the first half. Oh, okay. I think I know what I'm talking about. Okay, okay, okay. Stand by a second. Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure things are popping up on my Facebook feed, because sometimes it doesn't do it right or whatever, and it's kind of frustrating. Yeah, invalid response is what it says on there. So let me post another one on there. Sorry guys, I want to get to the exciting dev stuff, but duty calls. Duty. Alright. So yeah, see, stuff like that. Like, you have the option on Restream to actually do the things in order to get in there, and it's just like in order to actually like put an automated message, and you'd be like, okay, no big deal, and then it turns out to be a big deal, and it's just kind of worrisome. So okay. I've sent out one more text message. Okay. So what we're doing here is that we're trying to set up this whole thing correctly. So I guess that we can do a thing where, for example, we'll say copy, it doesn't really matter, copy paste, and we can set up the switch 288. No, not 288, jeez. This might be kind of difficult. I'm not quite sure what these things are categorized under. Okay, we have all those. Brick. Okay, that's smartly done. Thank God. Yeah, let's go ahead. Okay, let's go ahead and kind of tricky right here. No, no, no. I think it's this level. So if it's this level, that should be. Oh dear Lord, I have no idea what level it's at. Ah! See, what the problem is that I haven't been on this thing for such a long time that I'm forgetting where stuff actually is, and so I have to kind of dig for a little bit. But thankfully, many of them are in a organized spot. That's why I've had these things kind of sectioned off and everything, because just trying to remember where the F I was able to do things, or while I was placing things and stuff like that. So no, it was invariable, wasn't it? No, it was a switch. Okay. Okay, so really what I need to do is this. Is set level for greater than or constant in or greater than or equal to 1. So we'll say greater than or equal to maybe level, I don't know, 30. There. So what that will end up doing is sending you okay, yeah, that's fine. So then that means that you need to be wound up somewhere, not in the first one, but in the second one. Ah, crap. Get these out of order. Number 3. Five. Seven. Nine. And LG. There we go. And we're gonna make sure that all these are. Oh, that was not. Yeah, I went back to level 1 again. Yeah, that's the one I forgot. Okay, so all right. Hey, excuse you. So if I were to go here, for example, I can go to my memories, and if I collected a bunch of stuff, which I have not done, then I'd be able to interact with the memories that I've collected. Okay, so now we're going to leave here. Hit the sub. Alright. This would not be for this character, this would be for the white girl. And her being the only white girl in the party, process of elimination, that would be led. Alright. Not ready for this. Not ready. Well, we have seemed to run into an error. Oops, not my bestiary. Anyway, so oh wait. No. We need to get we need to get everybody into the party first, or at least have Lid into the party. Hey, I'm in the party. I'm in the club. Oh my god, Jersey's in the club. You get new stir, let's do new stir. Alright. There. Oh, Bob Saget. Okay, for some reason that didn't work. So I guess I put in the wrong command. Oh, okay. I was wondering why I was popping up differently. I didn't see that. I was straight tripping. Sure. Okay, now the other thing's not popping up. Well, that was a big pile of error. How did that fail, though? Oh, yeah, you have to have the frequency of the deep. Crap. Okay. Oh. There we go. All right. Now I'm in the second place. So sunken. Oh crap. We beat sex! Alright, anyway. I have 0 confrontation points? That shouldn't happen. I should have at least 1 right now. Ah. Yeah, I'm not getting confrontation points. Okay, it's not counting my confrontation points for some reason. Okay, there was nothing in there. Let's see what happens if I do something that I know I don't have enough confrontation points for. Like this one right here. Okay, it's counting something. Yeah, this is all just placeholder stuff, obviously. I'm not gonna have a frowny face as my my monsters here. Where Stan Lee says monsters. Those are just in error. Yep, it's not doing. It ain't doing it right. Oh wow! Got some good preaching. Then when you want to leave, you just go. Oh, these are active. Okay. Super amp. Negro back away, for bullets I spray. Hey! I don't know if I like those enemies sitting here like that. We can't avoid them. Super amp, yes. Blah. Give me my points, Negro. Count 2 points. Okay, something's gone wrong with my point system. Okay, that's good to know. Relatively good to know. You don't want to know things like that. Okay. So, what have I missed here? Oh, I think I see the problem. It's for Elise, not her. And if we're going to be counting, all right, if blah 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 blah, and we stop. Very good. Weapon points, Spirit Breaker. Oh, you know what? It needs to be 41. Doggone it. And we just had to go back and redo some of these chests. Luckily, I haven't put a whole lot of them in there, so that's not going to be a big deal. Basically, it can't count right now because it doesn't have the right amount of... doesn't have the right thing to count. So it should be counting Confrontation Voice number 2, 41, not 40, not Voice Breaker 40. See, right here. Okay, that's what we're wrong. I feel like a real booty face. Now, you don't want to be a booty face. No. That means, though, well, it should be giving me the proper wattage for the cottage. Proper, yeah, Confrontation level 2. Right? Yeah, because it was adding something, it just wasn't adding the right thing. I'm sure about right now. Because I don't know, So remember, don't forget the custom movement and name. Okay, blah 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 blah. Oh, okay, I know why. I know why. I know why. I know why. I know what that is. Okay, I remember now. So yeah, I think the main thing I remember is just the chest. This is an easy fix. But you still want to make sure you have your P's and Q's in order so you have to go back over and redo stuff and all this drama. So, because there's so much drama in LBC. And it is kind of hard being Snoop D-O-double-G. I just butchered that, whatever, leave me alone. But somehow, some way, I keep coming up with funky stuff like every single day. It amazes me how many people contact me during the stream. It's stunning. Phone be blowing up when I'm trying to stream. But at least my phone blows up, so that means people are thinking about me or need me or something. So I'm not complaining too much. This might be all that I have time for in terms of setting this stuff up. We might go a little bit over. I don't know. But the behavior of these things was weird, though. So I don't think this is the actual solution to the problem here. There's some other stuff going on. And it's no bueno. No bueno. Keep forgetting what I'm doing. I was doing something that required me to be in another part of this stuff right here, and I did that to the point it became a habit. Now I'm kind of like, oh, here? No, up here, son. Okay, let's try this again. Thank you so much to be playing my game. I don't know why she turns to an adult woman, but whatever. Alright. Oh yeah, get some confrontation points by confronting things. The party is confident that you about to get slayed. And the reason why I'm doing all this is because I really wanted it to be like a grinding spot. Like, I love grinding spots in RPGs where you just like just sit there and level up and grind, and it's not a whole bunch of trouble. I wanted something like that for my game, but I wanted to make it more interesting. So this is what this is. It's almost like a little game in itself in some ways. So. As you can see, also I am mixing up the combat so that I'm not just hitting the win button. Look at this guy here, super amp, yeah. Confrontation points. Yep, it's counting them now. Don't have enough points. Okay. So now that's counting towards something at last. Now I had this problem last time. I just opened this thing up. Open 8, and it gave me nothing. So, what to figure out why that is? I don't know what these guys take. Yeah. Let's see what we have here. And it should have decreased by 8 as well. Points. Oh no, it did. It did. Or did it? Yeah, I think it did. It's gonna be much harder when I'm actually done with it. Because like difficulty in games draws you into it more. That's why Dark Souls is so doggone popular. Is because it plays off of the fact that it's a difficult game. So it's an immersive game, and then it has a story that draws you into the game even further. Not by like giving you an explicit story, but by promoting what's already there. Like, you're already immersed, so it just promotes it. Like, if you're already immersed, it wants you to dig into it in terms of the extra stuff going on in order to get you a full experience with that. So the story is not there to stop what's going on. The story is there to be another layer of immersion from an already difficult game. Very, very clever. Okay, not quite there yet. I don't care about you. Where's the purple one? Purple thing. Purple thing. I wanna see you in the purple thing. Oh. So I want to leave this area because... Oh, there you are. That's a blue one, not purple one. Give me that. How many more do I have left now? Okay, let's get rid of these guys right here. Sex. You gotta get rid of this sex, guys. Very good. Second memory of Biggs. Alright. So now then, what we're going to do is... Number one, let me make sure that the confrontation points are... I'm going to cheat a little bit and do this. Woo! Okay. Ah! Yeah, like I want this whole thing to be like treacherous in terms of the, especially this area right here, because you won't be able to leave. You just have to kind of deal with what you're experiencing. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Okay, it goes back to, okay, very good, perfect. Alright, so then we gotta go ahead and leave. Leave it to Queens. And we'll go ahead and go to my memories. And there he is. This is the memory. You're the pretty girl I know. You should be dressed like the prettiest girl I know. You always make me feel special. Remember, take care of yourself for me. Don't let anyone disrespect you. Be confident in yourself. Can't be timid forever. Timid? I'm still like that, aren't I? I don't want to be. It's just so hard to make a mistake. Mistake already cost me everything I ever cared about until I met her. Huh. Well, that's just interesting, isn't it? Like I said, it's been a while, so I forgot what I wrote down. But I think that's all that's going to do it for me today. Let's go ahead and leave entirely. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, Scott Jacobson. Hey, Scott. Glad you're here. Hopefully you still are. Message me if you still are. What I did was that there's a script that lets you layer pictures on top of each other, and that's basically what I did. I just layered some images that I created either on paper or just made them from scratch on GIMP and stuck them in there. So yeah, that is why it doesn't look like a regular RPG Maker game. Okay, yay, Scott's here. But that's why it doesn't look like a regular RPG Maker game, because I'm using these little image layers right here, so I can show you a little bit more of that too. It's always fun when people are actually here. You know what's amazing about like insects, like flies, like gnats and things like that? They always fly right to your face or your ear or your eyes. Just stunning. Anyway, there's a little gnat in here because I'm flying in my face. Okay, let's go to bed. Alright, so, but yeah, you see these little, so I'm going to show you this, you can interact with it and stuff like that. So let's say, for example, let's go to this hellhole. I won't be able to be there, Scott won't be able to be there in person. Well, that's an error, jeez. I won't be able to be there in person, because there's some other stuff that July is going to be like insane. I gotta travel a whole bunch in July, and I won't be able to really do that and cover the cost of flying out there and all kinds of other stuff too. So just financially, practically, unless the Lord does something really amazing, I won't be able to make it out there. There's a lot of complications with it this year around. I think there's just too many of them. But I'm trying to work something out with Herrera to where I can maybe be Skyped in for a conference for speaking, because he wanted me to speak about some race relation things in light of Black Simulator and stuff like that. And I would love to, I want to, it's just that I just don't know how, because there's two events that are overlapping, and there's another chance for me to be mentored by someone that I really I think God's really pushing me towards and everything. And so it's a bunch of complications. So I was just kind of praying about, like, Lord, you for real want me to go? I had the right attitude about it and everything, you know. You gotta make something, you gotta pull a rabbit out of a hat here. So but that's the long answer to your question. I won't be there as far as I know. Okay. No, here's the hellhole right here. Yeah, hopefully I can Skype in with you guys. That's what I really want to do. So I think Herrera would rather people be there in person, obviously. But yeah, just not looking so good. But anyways, let me zoom in right here. So anyway, Scott, like, this place is awful. Not in terms of presentation, but in terms of I need to put some better shadows in here too. Some thicker shadows. Yeah. And this place this is where things get super dark. And really, Scott, I'm gonna like probably go back in and begin the process of remaking some of these assets too, because the containment lines are just a little bit too scratchy. So I'm gonna go back over and redo those. So just kind of hang out here, and weird things begin to happen. Yeah, that's weird. There's just like 4 bosses that you have to beat. So yeah. That would be cool. Let me show you this real quick too, Scott. So all it is that I take the graphics card, no graphics card, wow, really, and go to pictures, and so for example, here's a layer, right? Then here's another layer, right? And then here's another layer. Alright, so that's what all those layers look like when they're all together. And I had to put these in the parallaxes so I can actually figure out where the heck everything is supposed to be placed at. So I can find that particular one. Yeah, I don't have a fuse one with all those, that asset like that. I had to bunch them all in together is what I had to do to figure out where they are going to be placed, because they're not tiles. So therefore, this is a tile set game, and they're not tiles. So I had to like make a parallax to put them on top of the tile, and then kind of navigate from there. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But this thing is so doggone old that it's just like, just gotta kind of deal with it. It's not the worst thing to be happening, I know that. But I guess another example I can give you is maybe like a background like this. So I have to put them all in here as layers first, and then overlay them, and then the game will read layer 1, 2, 3, or whatever else, you know, or read them, you know, if it's stacked at the bottom or the top or whatever it is. And that's just a little script that does that. So I've already been over this game once in terms of, you know, the assets and everything, but some of them I have to go over again. Like the original asset to this one is this one right here, and this looks not great. So I went ahead and redid this and made him. So this is what I was just kind of making straight up GIMP, And what's good is the fact that when I had a 32 by 32 grid, these were right on it because I could draw it on there like that, right? But it looks like crap, so I had to draw them by hand to make them look a lot better. But the problem is that now the grid is not quite the grid, so therefore it's off and things like that. You know, I had to kind of fold it and stretch it and compress it and things like that in order to actually make it fit to where it needs to fit at. So it's a little bit more cumbersome. But I finally figured out a way to actually get them onto the right tile sets and things like that, you know, and that's by buying all new hardware and just using a pin monitor or my Surface Pro and just drawing it on there alongside with the grids and everything. So probably go after a lot of these things again, but the Lord is patient, and so am I. I'm trying to be, at least. So, but that is how I made it not look so RPG Maker-y. I was flirting with the idea of creating these assets. Let's see if I can find it. Let's put on these tunes real quick. Where is it at? Oh, here we go. No, that's not it. This is like animation experience. Jeez. So I was thinking about putting like a different walk cycle or different character cycle like this into the game. Not quite that many frames, obviously, you know. So, but I made this for Spriter right here. She looks great, I thought, and but the only thing is that it's actually doing something inappropriate. The only problem though is that do I really need to do that? Because my thing is this: is that if I'm going to say that I'm going to be successful and have money and yada yada yada, I should be able to hire someone who's going to be better than I am to do that. So do I need to spend the time to be better at animation, or do I need to go ahead and continue on with the game and go from there? That's really the question. So yeah, that is a question right now. Because I really enjoyed working with the 2D animation, the Spriter things. Like, I made all these little animations and everything, just to kind of fool around. That's my very first one with Elise. That looks terrible. Yeah, that's the original one right there, where she gets hit. Here's one where she's running way too fast. Yeah, that's the original one, and she looks pretty janky on that one. So, but all that stuff is stuff that I've been fooling around with and everything, and these are all the animation ones that I started out with, and it's been a ride. It's been a really cool ride, so, working with that technology. Because before, like I said, I was doing everything by hand, and I still am, but I needed to cut some corners somehow because I wasn't being efficient in terms of me making these assets or whatever, you know. So I can do them pretty quickly now. So yeah, I don't know. But that is the goal. The goal is, and actually, Scott, I don't think I ever talked to you about any of this before, but like, you know, this is the game that I want to kind of redefine what a Christian game is supposed to be. So I really do want to make the best RPG ever made, you know, but like, or at least, because you know, you shoot for the stars and you land on the moon, you know what I'm saying? It's that kind of mentality. So like, I want to be a thing where it's like, yeah, there's this really, really good RPG, but it's a Christian game. Like, Christian game? Screw that. It's like, no, you don't understand. Like, I'm not religious at all, but this game's really, really freaking good. Like, I want it to be that kind of thing where, you know, if you put the time and effort and the love into it, that you can bring in anybody, you know. But I've made this specifically for the church because there's a cutoff point for our kids, our teenagers especially, more than anything else. There's a cutoff point where kids have a whole lot of good Christian entertainment and books and etc. They do. They absolutely do. But, like, then it just stops when they become teenagers or begin the process of critical thought, you know? And so then what happens is that, you know, it's like, okay, then the parents notice that, you know, hey, I'm running out of things to entertain my kid, and now they're becoming more aware of what's outside of, you know, out there in the world and everything. And so then they're like, well, I'll go ahead and go over there. Now a lot of media entertainment is antagonistic towards religion, specifically Christianity, I would say, because that's like the easy one to beat up on. That's one that we all grew up here in the States, so therefore that's the one where, you know, you get a lot of accusations of, you know, brainwashing and dumb ideas and antiquated ideas and things like that, you know. So then you're going to take your kid or your kids to see that kind of entertainment that says that, you know, you're dumb for believing this stuff, you know, and you're going to put them in front of a movie screen and you're going to fund that stuff, but we're not going to create anything for the kids who are coming up and having critical thought processes and things like that, you know, for them to play that's specifically geared towards Christ and developing that and maturing them. So we're going to fund our own our opposition, basically. That doesn't make any sense. That's dumb. That's just straight up dumb. so that's kind of the reason. That's not kind of the reason. That's the reason why I want to do this. Because I remember walking into a Christian store one time and I was like, there's not a game section here. I mean, that there is, but in like contrast to like a GameStop or something like that, you know, there's like a shelf over there. You know, doesn't even take up the entire shelf. It's like a quarter of the shelf. No, not even a quarter of the shelf. Like, it takes like maybe a tenth of the shelf. So there's a reason to do this, and a good reason to do this, because I just can't imagine us keep giving over our resources over to something that has more opposition towards faith as a thing. That just seems incredibly silly to me. Yeah. I want everyone towards a certain age to be able to actually still be able to play something, you know, and still be mature and geared towards the faith and not cookie cutter and things like that. That'd be great. Can we do that, please? Anyway, I'm gonna stop that rant right there. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here, Scott, because I got some other stuff that I need to do and take care of. And yes. Praise God for that. And it would be, I don't know if I have pro RPG tips. Maybe I do. I don't know. I just know that if you just hit the win button in RPGs, then that's not going to be fun. And if you just, I don't know. There's certain things that, you know, you just kind of don't want to do in an RPG, and whatever those things are, like, you know, let's do the ice level, or let's do the huge dungeon. And nobody wants to be in a dungeon with, like, you know, for 5 hours, you know what I'm saying? Like, and everything looks the exact same, unless you know, like, Illustrian, whatever that game is called, or whatever. But some games are like designed that way. We do the little maps and things like that, you know. But a lot of RPG games, I'm just kind of like, oh my god, get me out of this dungeon. Why am I lost? I'm just random encounters. Anything like that, just don't put it in your game. or find a way around it. That's the only pro RPG. That's the only like pro RPG tip I can really give you is don't put stuff in there that infuriates you in RPGs. Don't put that in your game, or just in games in general. Like, do you enjoy this sort of level or whatever? No? Don't put it in there then. Or put it in there in a different way or something. For God's sake. Jiminy Christmas. Oh man. But anyway, Scott, I'll see you later. Lord willing, and you can find out ways to support me in the links in the description below. That's where you see my information about my Patreon campaign for this game in particular in terms of release. That's my baby, my magnum opus, so to speak, you know. And so basically what I want to do is that I want to be able to get this thing going, have a release date for it, etc., and then remake it in the way that I think that guy wants me to remake it in terms of a bigger scale or whatever. So it's like Patreon will support the funding for the artwork and art assets and everything. Once that game is made, release this game. Hopefully, I might charge maybe like $2 or $3 for it or something like that. I don't know. Hopefully that will create its own stream of revenue. Use that revenue and put it more towards the revision of this game. So that's what I want to do. That's the plan, at least. So every next 5 years or whatever, you know, is when I want to be able to turn this thing into all that it needs to be. But anyway, that's all in the description below. Thanks so much, Scott, for stopping by, and Lord willing, I will smoke with you guys at a later time, so... bye-bye!